Hello everyone, welcome back to another Adobe Photoshop CC 2021 tutorial. I'm going to show you how to use clipping masks, and I'm going to show you step by step, and I'm going to go very quickly so you guys get all the steps and not too much fluff. You'll see here I've got a rectangle and a circle, and I have clipped images to these shapes, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So the first step here, open up Photoshop of course, then go File, New. Once you select new, I'm going to go ahead and switch up here to the web, and I'm going to create this one here, web most common. This doesn't matter, whatever size you want to work with is fine by me. Left click on create. Alright, cool, we've got an artboard. We're in business, guys and gals. The next step is you want to create the shapes that we're going to clip the images to. So I'm going to create a rectangle, so I'm going to left click on that rectangle, and then I'm going to draw out the rectangle. And you might notice here this silly stuff that's on the side there. That's because this is a brand new version. It just did an update and it's giving me the info of the tool. So I've created a nice cool shape here. I've got a rectangle or a square. It's almost a perfect square. The second thing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create an ellipse. And I'm going to drag it out. I'm going to hold down shift to make sure that it's proper full circle. And boom, I've got two shapes. Now, there's a possibility that you guys, if you haven't used this tool in a while, or if it's on default settings, that it is set to fill with white. The fill color doesn't matter, but you want to generally select a color. So I'm just going to go ahead and double click on it, and you're going to see here that I can select any color I want. So let's make this one black, just to show you how to do it. And also you'll notice one's called rectangle, one's called ellipse. Okay, so we've got our two shapes. Now we're going to start creating the clipping masks. Now I've got two pictures here to do, so the first step, I'm going to go into Finder, and if you're in computer, you'll be able to find it under your Explorer, Windows Explorer, whatever it's called. And now I'm going to go to my pictures drive. So basically what you want to do is you want to select a picture. This is a picture of my very handsome dog named Kingston, and I've selected him, going to drop it on top of the canvas here. Boom, done. Now, you'll notice that it is not placed. It is just above it. So the next step is I'm going to drag it into place. I'm going to put this over the ellipse, or over the rectangle, pardon me. And I'm also going to go ahead and increase the size of it. So something like this. Let's go a little bigger than let's go with something like that. And now I'm going to adjust its positioning. Yeah, let's go with something like that. Okay, good. I'm going to click off of it. I'm going to hit enter. That now places the image. So the image is now placed onto the artboard. However, you're going to notice here in the stacking that it is above the ellipse. And what I want to do is I want to clip my doggy to the rectangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Kingston here, which is the image, and I'm going to drag it below the ellipse. Stacking order matters. So I'm going to now create the clipping mask. This is the big one, guys. So what you do is you hold down the Alt or the Option key if you're on a PC when you're above it, and then you're going to want to kind of hover in between the two lines. And when you do that, you're going to see the square and the down arrow. That indicates I'm creating a clipping mask. I'm going to left click, and boom, the puppy dog, Kingston, is now clipped to that rectangle. So anything outside of the rectangle is clipped off. If I double click on his face here, I'm just going to go up. If I double click on him, I can move him around too. So if you don't get it right in terms of where you want the image, like let's say I want more of his face and less of his ears, you can move up and down just like that. Finally, when you're on the picture, if you hit Command or Control T, it allows you to bring back the bounding box. So if you want to adjust the size of the image, let's say you wanted to have it nice and tight to the edges, something like that, go ahead and do that. You can do that. That is a perfect clipping mask. Now I'm going to do another one here for the circle, just to show you again in case you didn't catch it the first time. I'm going to go ahead and click on my Finder. I'm going to select my picture, drag and drop it onto the Photoshop document. I'm going to hover, boom, drop it on top. And it's going to load up. I don't want to do that. I don't care about that. So camera raw, doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and move it. Do you see the problem? It's already, you're going to notice where it's stacked underneath the ellipse. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it a bit bigger on what I think the right size will be, something like that. I'm going to hit enter. Now, obviously, I'm glad that it did that because, again, this is going to show you the importance of stacking orders. I'm going to move this stock image now above the ellipse, and boom, now she's above. Going to reposition her above it here, so this is about where I think it'll be. Now, again, I'm going to hold down the Alt or the Option command over the ellipse. You're going to see the square and the down arrow again, left clicking on this. Bang. It is now clipped right to the circle. This is all you need to know, guys. Thanks for watching the tutorial. I got a ton more stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Cheers.